Attention duelists. Phoenix here bringing you the Master Duel Monday. Watch and learn. You know what it is. Been doing this for almost a year. Let's get on into it. New selection pack is coming soon. That'll be something. Some preemptive bans have already been announced for it. Mostly the Shizu hand cards. Well, let's focus on this right now. We have some manner of Dogmatica player. Activates Nadir's Servant. Pitching Titaniclad to add Ecclesia to hand. Summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia adds White Knight of Dogmatica. Activate Dogmatica. Banish Titaniclad to summon the White Knight. And passes. Opponent drops a Raigeki on him. Field's now clear. Opponent activates Neos Fusion. Neos Fusion will be hit by Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. And Duelist A will end their turn. Passes back to Duelist B. Summons Dogmatica the Enlightened. Swings direct. Opponent activates Spirit of Neos. Special summoning itself. On its special summon, it adds another Neos Fusion to the hand. Dogmatica player passes. Neos player activates Neos Fusion, making Brave Neos by sending away a Neos and a Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist, on being sent away, lets the player add another Spirit of Neos. Player turns the one on board to attack mode. Brave Neos will swing into the Dogmatica Aiden, and then Spirit will swing over to actually destroy it. Aiden will summon Ecclesia on its destruction, and Ecclesia will add Maximus to hand. Passes back to the Dogmatica player. To draw pre-preparation of rights and activate it. Adding Dogmatica Macabre to hand and another White Knight of Dogmatica. Activate the Macabre. Pitch the White Knight in their hand to summon the White Knight from the grave. Then they summon Dogmatica Theo, the Iron Punch. Theo the Iron Punch is going to swing at Brave Neos on its attack declaration. Spirit Neos will summon itself. Spirit Neos effect will resolve, as will White Knight of Dogmatica. Spirit adds a third Neos Fusion. White Knight will send away Elder Entity Entis and get rid of the opponent's Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Entis will pop one Spirit of Neos. Dogmatica Thea will swing into Brave Neos for unknown reasons. And White Knight will swing into Brave Neos. Neos Fusion will banish itself to protect them. Remain phase 2. Entis will be banished so the player can summon Maximus. Maximus will send 2 from each player's extra deck. Does another Entis play, which is stopped by the second Neos Fusion. Player is running Alba Lenatus. That is weird. Lenatus will let them add Fusion Destiny to hand. Passes back to the Neos player. Activates Rhoda. Adding Liquid Soldier. White Knight will send away a third Entis. And finally pop Brave Neos. Liquid Soldier is summoned, which will summon back Shadow Mist. All 3 monsters are going to be linked away. For Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Shadow Mist effect will activate again, this time adding Honest Neos to hand. Player activates Neos Fusion, making Rainbow Neos. Rainbow Neos will tribute the Blackluster to shuffle away all monsters on the board, and swing direct for game. Neos beats Dogmatica. We have... This is a starter deck. Opponent activates Dark Magic Circle, adding Soul Servant. Uses Magician Souls, sending away Dark Magician, pitching Souls, summon Dark Magician. Activate Soul Servant, rearranging the order of their cards. Banish a Soul Servant to draw 1, which is the card they put on top. Card's Magician's Rod, which they then summon, which lets them add Eternal Soul. Set Eternal Soul. They're going to link off the Dark Magician and the Rod for Dark the Dark Charmer. And pass. Dual speed draws for turn. Summons and lost to time. Sure. We got some sort of level 4. Oh, this one. Upstart Goblin to add Trap Trick. Draws Trap Trick. Summons Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk will pitch another Upstart Goblin. Summoning ZS Ascended Sage. They set Trap Trick. Ascended Sage and Summoner Monk will make Utopia. The Ascended Sage will let them add Hyper Rank Up Magic Utopia Force. Utopia will turn into Utopia Ray. Activates the Utopia Force on Utopia Ray to summon Utopia Dragonar. Use Dragonar's effect, detaching to summon number 100 Numeron Dragon. Hyper Rank Up Magic will attach itself. Numeron Dragon will detach the Utopia Force, putting itself at 1300 attack points. Player activates Trap Trick. Getting rid of Destruct Potion to set Destruct Potion. Activate Destruct Potion. Chain Dragonar, attaching to summon the Manipulator of Souls. Destruct Potion will then destroy Numeron Dragon, heal the player for 13,000. Manipulator of Souls will gain 13,000 attack points and deal 13,000 damage. Ba-boom. Player activates Allure of Darkness, draws 2, banishes Orcus Nightmare, activates Foolish Burial, sending Harp Horror to the grave. Harp Horror, on being sent to the grave, will banish itself to summon Girsu. Girsu will attempt to activate its effect, but be hit by Imperm. Player summons Symbol Skeleton, links the 2 off, making Galatea, Orcus Automaton. Galatea will target the Harp Horror, send it back into the deck, set Orcus Crescendo, and pass. Opponent activates Magical Meltdown. Meltdown would be hit by Ash Blossom, but Ash Blossom will be hit by Crossout Designator. Crossout Designator is hit by Orcus Crescendo. So Ash Blossom will resolve to prevent Alistair from being added. How much you want to bet he already has an Alistair in hand? Player activates Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis, special summoning herself. Moves to battle, Fleur-de-Lis will attack, boost her attack points, and destroy Galatea. Passes back to the Orcus player. They draw Harp Horror. They'll banish their Symbol Skeleton to target Girsu in the grave and summon to the field. Girsu will attempt to activate its effect again, sending cards to the graveyard, and will also use its second effect to summon a token to both player sides of the field. Player summons Harp Horror, activates Monster Reborn, targeting Galatea. Galatea hits the board. Harp Horror and the token made by Girsu are going to link together for IP Masquerena. Galatea will use her effect to return Orcus Nightmare to the deck and set Orchestrated Babel. Player activates Babel, which sets all Orcus extra deck monsters effects as quick effects. They link together all the monsters for Custrion. Harp Horror will banish itself from the graveyard to banish Orcus Nightmare and boost Orcustrion's power. Sorry, Orcus monster in the graveyard or link monsters with Orcus are quick effects. So Nightmare is actually being its own thing, and the Harp Horror is also its own thing. Orcus Nightmares being banished will boost up Orcustrion and send away World Legacy World Wand. Harp Horror will summon Brass Bombard. World Wand will banish itself to target the Nightmare and summon that to the field. The Nightmare and the Bombard are going to sync together for Borreload Savage. Borreload Savage will target Galatea, equip her. Gearsa will swing over the token. Orcustrion will swing over the Fleur-de-Lis, and Borreload will swing direct. Orcustrion's attack must go back down to 3,000 and passes to the Dogmatica player, who passes their turn. But during the end phase, Orcus Crescendo will be banished to attempt to activate its effect, but that will be hit by Ash Blossom. Player could have used Borreload to stop Ash, but why bother at this point? Orcus player goes right to battle, swings with the Borreload, banishes Nightmare to boost up Borreload, and takes the game. Orcus beats Dogmatica. Dogmatica invoked. This is also the Dragon starter deck. Player activates Runes of the Divine Dragon, sets Guard Dragon Cataclysm and Dragon Carnation, and passes. Player activates World Legacy Guard Dragon, summons Guardian Felgrand, sets one back row, equips Felgrand with Drug Made Kick. On declaring the battle, check some dragon will summon itself. Player activates Cataclysm. Surin lost it. Alright. There's a new bot I get to look out for. That'll be fun. Going forward, we'll be skipping all decks that look like they are the Dragon Maid starter deck. This is the same Utopia Dragonar Oko. Player activates Hot Extravagance. Banishes 6, draws 2, sets 1 face down, and passes. Player draws the Ascendant Sage. Summon Sage, summon the Monk. Monk goes to defense mode. Set Trap Trick. Monk and the ZS make Utopia. Adds Utopia Force. Utopia goes into C39. Utopia Force turns into Dragonar. Detach material. Summon the Numeron Dragon. Utopia Force attaches itself to Numeron. Numeron detaches the Utopia Force, goes up to 13,000, passes the opponent. Let's see if the opponent can actually do anything. Player activates Trap Trick, sending away Destruct Potion. Set Destruct Potion, activate Destruct Potion, targeting Numeron. Chain Dragonar to summon the Manipulator of Souls. Pop 13,000, 13,000. Game. Only reason I felt like watching through that one was because of that one set back row. I thought there was a chance for Duelist to interrupt that. But no. Cleefort. I guess. Player activates Branch. Summons Gem Armadillo. Adds Gem Knight Alexandrite. Passes. Not sure what I'm watching, but I'm sure watching it. Player activates Pot of Extravagance. Finishing their entire extra deck, drawing 2. They set Summon Limit. Activate Laser Clip. Summon Cleefort Stealth. Activate Sacrifice. Equipping it to Stealth. Stealth will swing over the Armadillo and pass. Opponent will set one back row, summon Gem Knight Alexandrite. Player activates Summon Limit in response. Alexandrite will tribute itself to summon Gem Knight Crystal. Crystal will swing over Stealth. Stealth is not destroyed by battle. Thanks to Sacrifice. Player activates Summoner's Art. Opponent activates Wild Tornado. Player will lose their summon limit and set a summon limit in its place. Summoners are let them add Cleefort Scout. Set Scout in the Pendulum Zone. Use Scout to add Carrier. Set Monolith in the other zone. Pendulum scale 1 to 9. They are going to Pendulum Summon. Summons the carrier. Tributes carrier and stealth for Cleafort Towers. Sacrifice lets the monster is equipped to be treated as 2 tributes for Clee, so Towers does get its full effect. Sacrifice in the graveyard's effect will activate, as will Cleafort Carrier. Carrier sending back the Alexandrite. Sorry, not Alexandrite. Crystal. That's the one. And player gets to add another Towers. Towers will then make the player pitch a card, which is Gogo Golem. Swings direct for 3,000. During the end phase, Mod lets the player draw 2. Hey, shirts on this turn, you can draw a number of cards equals the number of Clee monsters you attributed. Neat. Opponent sets 1 back row, sets 1 monster, and passes. Player draws another Cleafort Monolith. Pendulum summons. Brings out the carrier and the monolith. Activates Summoner's Art. Adding a Scout to hand. Use effective Cleafort Scout to add Cleafort Disc. Use their field spell to summon the disc. Tributes 3 for a second Cleafort Towers. The first Towers will make the player pitch a card out of their hand. The second one will get rid of a card on field. Player will swing with Cleafort Towers. Player activates Mirror Force, which does nothing because it's a Towers. Both Towers swing for game. Cleafort beats whatever Gem Knight nonsense that was supposed to be. Seeing a lot of weird ones today. FAUA. Opponent activates a hero lives, paying 4,000, and will be struck down by Ash Blossom. Pain. Hero player will set 1 back row and pass. Player draws FA City Grand Prix. Activates UA Hyper Stadium to add FA Hang On Mock. Summons Mock. Places their field spell with City Grand Prix. Hang On Mock will gain level and attack points because a FA spell trap was activated and will be hit by Forbidden Droplet. That feels far too soon. Player sets 1, swings direct with the Hang On Mock for only 900, and passes. This is already a weird match. Opponent activates Ferris's effect, pitching a dusted gold to summon itself, and set Increase. Increase will tribute Ferris, summon itself, attempt to summon Vion, but will be hit by Ash Blossom. Player activates Mask Change, which will not prevent Ash Blossom from negating Increase, but will also get the player a Dark Claw, which is a much better place to be at. Moving to battle phase, Dark Claw will swing over the Hang On Mock, and due to Dark Claw's effect, all monsters of the opponent controls are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. Player will set 1 back row and pass. Not getting a lot of monsters out of the FA player. Hero player activates Foolish Burial, sending away Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist on being sent will attempt to activate her effect, but be hit by Called by the Grave. Moving to battle, Darkwell will swing and pass. Hero player was stopped at just about every turn, but was able to pull out something. FA player draws Dark Dragster, cannot summon it, and passes. Hero player swings and passes. FA player draws Hyper Stadium, activates over the field spell, adding a Sonic Meister. Because it added a card, Darklight makes them pitch 1, and it was the Meister. Sad. Hero player's turn. Use Ferris to pitch Dogma, summon itself, swing Ferris, pitch Dragoon. Plasma. What are these names I'm saying? Ferris, pitch Plasma, summon itself, swing with both heroes for game. Hero beats FA. Phantom Knights. Opponent summons Moye, reveals Long Wan. We know how this combo goes. Summon token, Long Wan going to pitch at Ashuna, summon itself and a token, make Baron de Fleur before Nibiru can go off. Long Wan deals 1200. Moye turns to Chishao. Chishao Moye, chain off. Chishao going to be hit by a Veiler. Moye still lets them draw. Passes. They have a Monster Negate and an Omni Negate. There's the Nibiru. Player summons the Torn Scales, activates Max C. Ash Blossom in response to the Max C. Baron de Fleur in response to the Ash Blossom, called by in response. Targeting Max C. Card is negated. Phantom Knights player passes. Baron uses its effect to tag out for a card in the grave, but it's going to be hit by Fogblade, and its effect is negated. Player summons a new Moye, revealing another Long Wan. Summons token, links it to off for Baxia. Baxia will attempt to spin the back row, which it does. Baron de Fleur is live again. It uses its effect to destroy the Torn Scales. We'll just do attack mode. Swing to Baxia, swing to Shao, swing Baron for game. Sword Soul obliterates Phantom Knights. Sad. Alright. We got zombies. Opponent activates Fateful Adventure. I thought we'd get rid of all of you. Adventure adds Water Enchantress. Then pitches Water Enchantress. Water Enchantress will banish herself to add Rite of Aramesir. Rite of Aramesir activates, summoning the token. Fateful Adventure will add Starlit Papillon. Activates Draco back. Summons King Tiger Wangu. Equips it with Starlit Papillon. This is strange. Also, it might just be enough. Player sets their back row, sets Shiranui Spectral Sword, and passes. Fateful Adventure player uses the Fateful Adventure. Opponent activates Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine. Chaining Conquistador. Conquistador is summoned. As is the Golden Lord. You did that in the wrong order. Fateful Adventure then does add Wandering Griffin Rider. King Tiger Wangu's effect will activate, as will the Fateful Adventure. The monster will special summon. Add Duel, Noble Arms. And Wangu will pop Conquistador. Griffin Rider will summon itself by its own effect. Player activates Duel, equipping it to the Griffin Rider. Uses Draco back to bounce the Eldritch. Player will swing at the face down. Player summons Vampire Fraulein by her own effect, and Wangu will pop her on summon. Wangu will swing direct, as will Griffin Rider. This is messed up that it's working. It's very funny. Player will banish Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine, also pass turn to the zombie player. Setting Takero. Player activates Called By, targeting the Spectral Sword. On its summon, King Tiger will pop it. Player summons Solitaire, King Tiger will pop it. Please read your opponent's cards. You're embarrassing yourself. Pass turn to the Adventure player, who uses the card to add Illegal Knight, and discard a pot of, what the hell was that? Prosperity. Summons Illegal Knight by its own effect. Illegal Knight will will bounce the opponent's Haquero to swap itself to the opponent's start of field. So then uses Draco back to bounce Illegal Knight back to their own hand. Swing with King Tiger and with Griffin for game. Fateful Adventure deck. Actual Adventure engine. Actual Adventure player with King Tiger Wangu beats Eldritch. Disgusting and hilarious. Dinosaur. We got Dino DNA. Player activates Sword Soul Emergence. I hate Sword Soul. Always have, always will. Adds Taya. Summons Moye. Moye reveals Taya. Make token. Make Chishao. Add card, draw card. Add Blackout. And Longwan, pitch 1. Longwan, pitch Taya, summon self and token, make Baron de Fleur. Longwan, deal 1200, set 3 back row. Pass to Dino time. Dino player draws Psy Frame Gear Gamma, activates Lost World. Baron de Fleur will activate its effect to negate. Psy Frame Gear Gamma will activate on that. Chishao will not think and banish a card, realizing it can only negate stuff on board, I assume. Baron de Fleur is double negated and destroyed. Gamma will summon itself and driver. Player activates Fossil Dig, adding Soul Eating Overraptor. Summon the Overraptor. Lost World effect will activate in response. Player activates Imperm, targeting the Overraptor. Strange that the player did not use Miscellaneous Source to protect the Overraptor. The Iris Sword Soul will summon itself from the Sword Soul player's hand because a monster on the field's effect is negated. Player now uses Miscellaneosaurus. Miscellaneosaurus will banish itself from the graveyard to summon Animador into Archosaur. Archosaur will pop the Ultimate Conductor Turner in hand to add double evolution pill to hand. Links off the Psy Frames, both of them, and the Archosaur. Sinks them all together for Trishula, dragging up the Ice Barrier. Trishula will activate its effect. The Iris Sword Soul will activate its effect to destroy one monster special summon from the extra deck. Bye, Trishula. Trishula will then banish Chishao and Moye from the grave. Activates double evolution pill, banishing Archosaur and Driver. Summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Conductor Tyranno uses its effect, popping the Overraptor, flipping down the Iris Sword Soul. Will then swing at Iris Sword Soul, sending her to the grave, deals 1000. Do the same to the direct token, and pass. Sword Soul player has 2 back row, draws for turn. And passes. Dino player's turn, they draw another Miscellaneosaurus. Summon Miscellaneosaurus, swing with it, and swing with UCT. Pass to the Sword Soul player, they're down to 700. Draw for turn. Summon Effect Veiler. Conductor turn uses its effect, popping Misk to flip the Effect Veiler, for whatever they were going to do with that. Player draws True Lithograsm. Anyway, they swing at the face down Effect Veiler, which will trigger UCT's effect to deal 1000 damage and end the game. We got Punks. Punk Fox going to its effect, sending itself to the graveyard, and will be hit by Ash Blossom. Player ends their turn. Opponent's going to summon Sprite Jet. Max C fires off in response. Hit by the second Ash Blossom. I'm betting on Duel's B for this one. Special summons another Sprite Jet to add Sprite Smashers. Activate Sprite Starter to bring out Sprite Carrot. Combine both Jets to make Gigantic. Gigantic will activate its effect, but be hit by Imper. Battle phase. Gigantic swings 1600. It's at 1 back row. Pass to the Punk player. Punk draws Punk Jam Session Extreme. Activates it. Opponent activates Sprite Smashers, banishing starters. Triggering its effect to banish a card that they control on what the opponent does, getting rid of Carrot and the Jam Session. Punk Foxy Toon will activate its effect. Duel's B activates Max C. Foxy Toon will summon Xeomin. Also, they pitch their Twin Twisters. Xeomin will add Shirakusai. Summon Shirakusai. Pay 600 to Fusion. Make Rising Carp. Rising Carp will then tribute itself to summon Madam Spider and Deer Note. I'm sorry, pay 600 to add the Nashiwari Surprise. They sync their monsters then to make Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler and Deer Note's effects will activate. Deer Note will summon back the Shirakusai. Chaos Ruler looking at the top 5. Is going to add an Ogre Dance and mill away the rest. Then Shirakusai and Chaos Ruler will make Psychic and Punisher. Orochi in the graveyard will banish the top 7, summon itself. Psychic and Punisher will pay 1,000. Banish the Orochi and the Sprite. Player uses the effect of Chaos Ruler in their grave. Banishing a Foxy and the Ogre in their hand. Summoning itself back. Moves to battle. Psychic and Punisher will gain attack points equal to the difference in their life points. And then they'll swing with Chaos Ruler for game. Punk beat Sprite. I was wrong in my prediction. Sprite player. There's 3 back row. Not going to even summon Sprite Blue and try to get their Jet. Opponent summons Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Pitch a Sage with Eyes of Blue, targeting Maiden. Effect Veiler will target Maiden in response. This will allow Maiden to trigger anyway. Way to think with your head, Duelist B. Maiden summons the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Effect Veiler will then negate her effect, and Sage with Eyes of Blue will send her to the grave. Card was sent to the graveyard, so Jet Dragon will summon itself. Dictator of D will send a Blue Eyes from deck to grave, summon himself. Pitch a Jet Dragon. Attempt to activate its effect. Called by the grave, activate on the Jet Dragon in the grave. That'll be a little bit helpful. Negating the effect of the one already on field. Both Blue Eyes are going to make Draglubion. Player activates Solemn Judgment. Bye-bye, Draglu. During the battle phase, Dictator will swing for 1,200 and passes to the Sprite player. Now here comes the comeback. Player draws Swap Frog, summons the Swap Frog. Swap Frog effect hit by Ash Blossom. So it was the right call for the player to not use Sprite Blue last turn, but they had Cross Out, so they could have anyway. Cross Out calls Ash Blossom Joy Spring, so Swap Frog will resolve. Swap Frog sends away Ronin Totem. Special Summon Blue. Blue adds Jet. Special Summon Jet. Jet adds Starter. Blue and Frog are going to make Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite using its effect. Attaching unit, summon Carrot. Sorry, not Carrot, Red. Red and Jet are going to link together to make Elf. I think I said Carrot last game too. Elf uses its effect, summon back to Swap Frog. Swap Frog uses its effect on summon, send away Swap Frog. Player activates Sprite Starter. Now summon Carrot. Ronin Totem in the grave will banish the Swap Frog, summon itself. Sprite Elf and Swap Frog are going to overlay for another Gigantic Sprite with boosted attack stat because it's made using a Link 2. Makes another Elf using the Swap Frog and Carrot. Elf swings over the Dictator. 1 Gigantic and 2 Gigantic go direct. Passes turn to the Blue Eyes player. Sets 1, Sprite Elf will chain, summon back their Sprite Red. Sprite player's turn, they draw Ghost Spell on Haunted Mansion. Sprite Elf uses its effect, summon back Carrot. Imperm is activated on the Elf. Hardly matters at this point, they have lethal on board. Unless that's an effect Veiler in their hand. Swings the Gigantic Sprite, the big one, for game. Sprite beats Blue Eyes. Show of hands, who's surprised? That's right, nobody. Dark World player. Opponent activates Brain Fusion. About time we saw one of those today. So anyway, Tragedy and Albaz for Lubellion. Tragedy effect, Lubellion chains. Pitching Edge and Chain. Making Albion. Adding Elibur. Edgem Chain effect, and Albion effect. Making Masquerade. Adding a Fright for Patchwork. Activate the Patchwork. Add Poly and Edgem Chain. Summon Albert. Albert add Branded Lost. Activate Branded Lost. Activate Polymerization. Fuse Albion with Albert. Make second Tax Dragon. Branded Lost lets the player add Albion the Shrouded to hand. Albion the Shrouded, send away Branded High Spirits. Return itself to the deck. Draw one. I believe I got that right. Yes. Set one back row during the end phase. Branded High Spirits. Activate. Add this card from graveyard to hand. Yep. Then Albion the Branded will let them set Branded Banishment. See how Dark World gets out of this one. Danger Dark World. Step 1, activate Raigeki. Masquerades are gone. Attack season is over. Activate Dark World Dealings. Both players draw one, pitch one. Player pitched Snow. Opponent pitched Edgem Chain. Add Fright for Patchwork. Activate Allure of Darkness. Allure of Darkness hit by Ash Blossom. Oof. Activate Mothman. Mothman pitch Beige, summon self. Beige lets them draw one. So, Beige summon self back. Mothman draw one. Mothman and Beige link off for IP Masquerena. That is nothing. You've ended on nothing. Masquerade in the Rave will let the player summon itself. Branded Banishment will activate, summon back Albion. Then fuse Masquerade with IP for Predaplant Dragostapelia. Branded Lost let the player add Albion the Shrouded. I think we all know where this is going. Player activates Albion the Shrouded, pitching Branded High Spirits, summoning itself. Moves right to battle, swings with Albion the Shrouded, and Albion, and Dragostapelia for game. Branded beats Danger Dark World. Oof. Alright. Got DD player activates contract with the gate, adding Savant Copernicus. Summon Kepler. Kepler will add contract with the Witch. They'll set. Griffin will summon itself. The two will then link off for Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh's effect will activate, setting the scales with Zero Place and Newton. Then Pendulum summon Griffin and Orthos. Orthos and Griffin are going to sync together. Make Curse King Siegfried. End turn. So Dark Contract with Witch will boost the attack stat of their monsters on the opponent's turn. And Curse King Siegfried. Can negate a spell or trap. Not the strongest play I've ever seen. Often the worst. Player summons Heretic Dragon of Geb. Activates Dark Contract with the Witch, pitching a card to pop Geb. Player pitches Nid Jarl. Sending Geb back into the deck, sets 2 back row, and passes. Double D player turn. Sorry, triple D. They drop Swords of Revealing Light. Sure. Opponent activates Castle of Dragon Souls. Alright, this is the Dragon Star deck, isn't it? Contract with the Gate will cost them 1,000, and with the Witch, another 1,000. They use his contract with the Gate to add Kepler to hand. Summon Kepler. Kepler will add Dark Contract with the Swamp King. To activate this contract, use the contract to fuse Siegfried with Kepler, making Flame High King Genghis. Then moves to Pendulum Summon, summoning back Griffin and summoning Copernicus. Flame King Genghis effect will activate, targeting Siegfried. Copernicus effect will chain. Copernicus will send away Necro Slime. Genghis will summon back Siegfried. Gilgamesh will be used as single material to make Divisor King Deus Machinex. Moving to battle, Machinex will swing for 3,000, Siegfried for 2,800, and High Genghis for another 2,800, and game. Triple D beats starter deck. And this is the Utopia Oko deck. Well, not Oko. Instant KO deck. Alright, got Branded Despia versus Branded Despia. Player summons Aliber. Maxi is chained in response. No response to the Maxi. Aliber adds Branded Fusion. Set one and pass. Player draws Ash Blossom. Summons their own Aliber. Aliber adds Branded Fusion. That feels wrong. You already had one. Activate Branded Fusion, sending away Albaz and Cyframe Driver. That's weird. Make Albion the Branded. Use Albion the Branded's effect. Banishing itself and falling with Albaz. Make Mirror Jade. Move to battle, Mirror Jade will swing at Aliber upon activates Super Polymerization. Season away both the opponent's monsters for Despia and Quertus. Mirror Jade's effect will activate because it was moved from the field, and during the end phase it will blow up the board. Despia and Quertus, for having left the board, will summon Dramaturge. Pass back to Duelist A. Summon Spring Gain's Kit. It adds Branded Lost. Send a card back. Activate Branded Lost. Activate Branded Fusion. In response to Branded Fusion, Ash Blossom does not negate the effect of fusioning, but does negate the sending of cards, so it ignores Branded Lost. Thespian Tragedy will banish itself from the graveyard to attempt to set the Branded Fusion, but will be hit by Cyframe Gamma. They had two drivers, I guess. No, so I'm back to one from the grave. I was wrong. Player will set one, Kit will swing over the Gamma, and Dramaturge over Driver. Unnecessary. They would have left on their own. Dual Speed draws for turn, draws Fallen of Albaz. Summons Fallen of Albaz, pitches Dark Ruler no more. He's going to be hit by Imperm. That's just fine, because they have another Branded Fusion. Anyone else tired of seeing this card? Branded Fusion activates, fusing Fallen of Albaz with Eldritch the Golden Lord. That is just the flex for having the alt art. Gets Albion the Branded. Albion uses its effect. Dramaturge will activate its effect to chain and negate. Don't you look foolish pitching that Dark Ruler no more. Albion will swing over Kit and passes to Duelist A. Duelist A activates Rite of Aramesir, a token, and activating Fateful Adventure. Activating Fateful Adventure to add Water Enchantress. Pitch Water Enchantress. Banish Water Enchantress, add another Rite of Aramesir. Battle phase, Dramaturge swing over Albion. Aliber's effect activate, summoning itself, and negating the Dramaturge's effect. Adventure token swinging over the Aliber. In the end phase, Albion will player add Branded Fusion. Dramaturge no longer negated, and now you're going to use your Dark Ruler no more. Set card, activate Eldritch effect, add itself back to hand, then summon itself with boosted stats. Player will activate Fateful Adventure's effect to set Draco back onto Adventure Token. Players don't read. Adventure Token cannot be destroyed by battle. Yeah, once per turn. Because equipped with Draco back. So, way to pay attention. Pass his turn, player will add Griffin Rider hand. Use Griffin Rider to summon itself. Use Draco back to bounce the Eldritch, move to battle. Swing with Dramaturge and Griffin and Token. Dual Speed is at 500, and honestly, I think he deserves it. Use Eldritch effect, pitching itself and Pharaoh to attempt to send away Griffin Rider Chain to negate. Battle phase, Dramaturge swings for game. Duelist A wins. This is the Dragon Starter deck again. We abandoned those. Guard Soul player. Activate Emergence. Add Moye. Use the shoot effect. Summon Self. Summon Token. Sorry, not Summon Token. Summon Monk. Summon Moye. Reveal Long Wand. Moye. Make Chishao. Chishao Moye combo. Draw one. Add one. Add Blackout. Use Long Wand. Pitch Adhara. Summon Token. Nibiru drop. Haha. Set called by. Pass. Opponent activates Foolish Burial of Goods, sending away Toy Vendor. Toy Vendor lets the player add card, Fluffle Dog. Summon Fluffle Dog, which lets them summon another card. Hit by Effect Failure. No fun allowed. Thanks, Sword Soul. You ruined a good time for everyone. Am I biased? Yes. Activate Toy Vendor. Toy Vendor pitch Fluffle Wings. Draw one. Check what it is. It's Toy Vendor. That goes to the grave. Hello, Ara. Welcome to the stream. That Toy Vendor lets you add Fluffle Penguin. Nibiru and Fluffle Dog are going to link off for Cross Sheath. Fluffle Wings in the grave. I'm willing to be friends. And good as subjective, I think I am alright. Activates Polymerization, fusing Fluffle Penguin with Edgem Sabers. Make Fright for Cruel Whale. Fluffle Penguin effect activate, Cross Sheep effect activate, and Cruel Whale effect activate. Called by activate on the Penguin. Hardly the biggest problem. Cruel Whale will chain. Cruel Whale send card to the graveyard, 2 stats. Cruel Whale pop 2, 1 from each field. Cross Sheep effect now not going to go off. Edgem Sabers will return card to the top of the deck, summon itself back from the graveyard. Fright for Repair will banish itself to summon Toy, or summon Fright for Bear. Fright for Bear, go away, add Polymerization. Activate Polymerization again. Use Sabers with Whale, make the Sabertooth. Sabertooth, summon back the Whale. Move to battle, Whale Swing, use effect. Send away Patchwork, increase attack points. Swing with Sabertooth. Da-da-da. Pass turn. Sword Soul player activate Emergence. Add Moye. Moye use its effect. Reveal Blackout. Activate Maxine response. Literally no response because they only have one card. Maxine resolves. Moye summon token. Mashuda engrave banish self. Attempt to get rid of Whale. Will use its effect to boost up Sabertooth. Sending away Tiger. Boost up Sabertooth to 4,000. Moye and Token sync together for second Chishao. Chishao use its effect. Moye chain. Draw one, add one. Moye will be hit by Ash Blossom. Chishao does get to add Long Wand. Long Wand will pitch the Blackout, summon Self and Token. Maxi is being fed pretty well. Long Wand make Cheng Ying. Long Wand deal 1200. End phase. Sabertooth goes back down to normal stats. Player summons Fluffle Bear. Tributes the bear to add Polymerization back to the hand. Set 1, activate Fright for Fusion. Using off Edgem Sabers with Fluffle Bear. Make Cruel Whale. Cruel Whale activate its effect. Destroy one card on both players' fields. That's really unfortunate. Also, that's a lot of hours. Cheng Ying activates in response. Chishao chains the Cruel Whale's effect. Called by banishing the other Chishao from the graveyard to negate that effect. Chishao cannot negate. Cruel Whale will boost up. Cheng Ying will banish. Cruel Whale will Pop. Card is banished, gets token. That is extremely unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened to you, Ara. Jishao activate to negate. Cruel will activate to gain stats. Lost Wind Chain to negate and reduce the stats of Cheng Ying. That does go through. Sends away Kraken, boosting up the Cruel Whale. Chishao was still negated thanks to Called By. Cheng Ying is also now permanent negated while it's on the field. Move right to battle. Cruel Whale swings into Cheng Ying. Chishao will banish a card to attempt to negate and trigger Cheng Ying, but it's still negated by Lost Wind. And the damage is enough. Frightfur beats Sword Soul. That is truly unfortunate that you've lost all that much. I admire your commitment to the grind. Player activates Rika Glamour, adding Rika Petal. Summon Rika Petal. Rika Petal add Teardrop. Sorry, Snowdrop. Snowdrop use her effect. Tribute the Petal. Summon herself and Rika Princess. Use the effect to modulate level to 8. Make Teardrop. With 2 back row, Rika player will pass. Illusion of Chaos effect, add Magician's Souls. Return Eternal Soul. Summon Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod, add Magician's Salvation. Activate Salvation to set Eternal Soul. Use Magician's Soul, sending away Dark Magician. Discard the souls, summon the Dark Magician. Ricky's effect. Tribute Dark Magician. Player chains Secret of Dark Magic. Using Illusion of Chaos with Dark Magician. Make Master of Chaos. Thanks, Zara. Master of Chaos, attempt to summon back Dark Magician. Master of Chaos can be hit by a Ring of Destruction. Destroy it, deal 3,000 to both players. Does not negate the effect, so Dark Magician is summoned back to the field. Master of Chaos will re-add Secrets of Dark Magic. Player activates Soul Servant. Soul Servant stacking the deck with Dark Magic Circle on top. Activate Soul Servant to banish itself and draw 1 for the single Dark Magician on deck. Chaining Secrets of Dark Magic to fusion summon again. This time going for the Dark Magicians. I've been doing Watch and Learns for almost a year now. Oh, not the Dark Magicians. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Soul Servant does let the player add the Dark Magical Circle. Venom Fusion Dragon will gain the stats of Rika Queen. And then swing into her. Activates Dark Magic Circle, set summon limit. During the end phase, Rika Petal will summon itself. Passes to the Rika player. Rika Petal will use its effect. Dark Magician player chains summon limit. No fun allowed. Begin. Rika Petal add Rika Princess. Rika Princess special summon herself. Player activate Eternal Soul, summon back Dark Magician. That will trigger the Dark Magic Circle. Magician's Rod will chain. Tributing Dark Magician. Rika Princess effect will chain to the Magician's Rod, tributing Rika Princess on field. Negating Magician's Rod effect, Dark Magic Circle will banish the Petal. Player summons Ariana the Labyrinth. Labyrinth Rika? That's not a combo I would have expected. Activate the Labyrinth. Move to battle. Swing at the Starving Venom. Activate Fair Welcome Labyrinth to target the Eternal Soul on field and destroy it. And set Mirror Force. Because Eternal Soul left the field, and a card was destroyed by a trap card effect, Labyrinth will activate. Labyrinth popping the Starving Venom. Magician player draws Max C. And without Eternal Soul to keep bringing back Dark Magician, they have nothing they can do right now. Swings to Ariana. Player just called die. Pass. No worries, mate. Swing with Ariana. Set 1. Pass. He is setting max C because he does not have a lot of options, and his own summon limit means at most he would draw 2 cards with it. Starting with Ariana, activate Pearlcom Labyrinth, popping the Magician's Circle, Dark Magic Circle, setting Ghastly Glitch. Labyrinth will pop the Called By. Trap cards was activated, so Labyrinth Archfiend will summon itself. Archfiend will swing over the max C. Pass to Dark Magician. Drawing Dark Magician off the top is not what they want to see. Want to activate Ghastly Glitch, using it to pop the summon limit, and then chain Labyrinth Barrage. Barrage will chain, copying the effect of Ghastly Glitch, sending away 2 fiends from their own deck. Labyrinth will chain, special summon a fiend from the graveyard, which is Lovely Labyrinth. Absolute King backchecks, effect will activate to stack the order of the deck, and then banish card itself to set the card from the top of the deck. Pass to Dark Magician. Sorry, pass to Labyrinth player. Forgot that was on Dark Magician's turn. Use Lovely Labyrinth to set Labyrinth Barrage. Swing with the Archfiend for game. Labyrinth, Rika beat Dark Magician. That was like an anime level of deck switch. We have guys playing Sharks. Yep, there's Kragan. Oh, he's got the Cook. All right, let's see what he's got. Activate Moray of Greed. Send back Oystermeister and Right Hand Shark. Draw 3. Set 1. Summon Crystal Girl. Crystal Girl to the end phase will add Ice Jade Tremor. Opponent summons Reactor Slime. Use its effect to summon 2 slime tokens. Activates the Ancient Chant, adding the Winged Dragon of Ra. So we have a Ra versus Shark deck. Banish the Ancient Chant to allow them to tribute their monsters to summon Ra. Ra will use its effect, paying until they have 100 life points left to gain that many. Ra then swings at Crystal Girl. Activates Concentrating Current. Gains attack equal to its current defense until the end of this turn. Player will activate Ice Barrier, changing its attack to 0. And negating the attack, player activates Blaze Cannon, making it unaffected by opponent's card effects. Player activates Second Ice Barrier. No one expects the second Ice Barrier. Player banishes Ice Barrier to send away a Super Ancient Deep Sea Coelacanth. Ra will still swing over the Crystal Girl. Player sets Mound of the Bound Creator. Set 1 back row. Then Ice Barrier effect will set Ra back down to 0. Player has 100 life points. Opponent summons Lifeless Leafish, sending away a Buzzsaw Shark. Banish Ice Barrier to send away Ice Jade Tremora. Add Buzzsaw Shark back to hand. Use the Tremor in hand, discarding itself. Summoning Super Ancient Deep Sea King Coelacanth. Coelacanth will pitch the Right Hand Shark. Summon Oystermeister, Gluttonous, and Right Hand. Going to sync them together. Patriciula Zero Dragon. Patriciula will banish all 3 cards in the opponent's field. Set card was a Metal Reflect Slime. Yeah, Mound of the Bound Creator, it shows up in gimmick decks. I know before Nordics, quote-unquote, got better, it was popular with them for protecting their boss monsters. But if you're playing level 10 boss monsters and you need a field spell, the one for the Sacred Beasts is just better for them in general. Exo Sisters. Player activates Exo Sister Packs. Ash Blossom in response. Player activate D-Shifter. Psyframe Gear Gamma, negate the D-Shifter. Gamma summon Self and Driver. Negate. Ash Blossom negate packs. Exosister player end turn. Opponent's turn. Activate Therion Disco Elysium, add Therion King Regulix. Activate Emergency Telly. Summon Punk Zamin. Punk pay 600, add Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune effect, pitch self. And Destrudo, you summon Deer Note. Destrudo, target card, summon self. Zamin and Deer Note sync together. Make Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler effect, Deer Note effect. Targeting Foxy. Deer Note summon Foxy. Chaos Ruler, look at the top 5. They've got options, and they take Tsuchinoko. Send the rest to the grave. Foxy Tune and Chaos Ruler are going to overlay. Make the Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire activate effect. Both players mill 4. Summon a milled Tsuchinoko. The Endless Engine Art Gyro system will let the player add Irregular to hand. Use Regulex, targeting Regulex. Sorry, Regulus, not Regulex. That's different. Normal summon Tsuchinoko, swing with Zombie Vampire, swing with Regulus, and Tsuchinoko for game. Therion Danger Zombies. Therion Danger Punk. Beat Exosister. Things these people come up with these days. Got Libromancer going second. USB will set 1 and pass. Draws Fire Burst. Activates Feather Duster to sweep up that single back row, which was a skill successor. Activate Libromancer first appearance to add Fire to hand. Fire will reveal Fire Burst, summon itself. Fire add Fire Starter. Activate first appearance, using Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring as material to make Fire Starter. Then activate Libromancer Bonded, sending away Fire and Fire Starter to make Fire Burst. Because Fire Burst was made using Fire Starter on the field and through the card of Bonded, it can't be destroyed or banished by card effects. And Libromancer Fire Burst was used by which is someone using monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle. So, effective towers. Small for towers though. It will swing, banish Fire Starter, boosting itself up to 3,000. Also deals double battle damage. Opponent is down to 2,000. Activates Melody of Awakening, pitching a Successor Soul, adding Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon and Jet Dragon to hand. We'll reveal a Blue Eyes White Dragon to hand to summon the Alt Dragon. Skill Successor will banish itself to boost the attack of Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. And then not attack. Libromancer will activate first appearance over first appearance after drawing Agent. First appearance will add Doom Broker. Agent will reveal Doom Broker, summon itself. Add the Fire to the hand, back from the graveyard. Fire will reveal the Doom Broker, summon itself. Fire will add Mr. Girl to hand. Fire uses first appearance, turning Fire into Mr. Girl. Mr. Girl will set the attack stat of Alternative to 0. And then Fire Burst will swing over it for 6,000 damage. Libromancer beats Blue Eyes. Sword Soul player uses Tenny Spirit Ashuna, summoning itself. Turns Ashuna into Monk. Use Adhara, summon self. Ashuna will banish self. Summon Vishuda. Normal summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia tribute self. Summon Moye. Moye reveal Taya. Summon token. Ashuna and Vishuda make Draco Berserker. Moye and Token make Chishao. Chishao Moye combo. Draw one, add Long Wan. Banish the Adhar from the grave. Target the Ashuna, add it back to hand. Long Wan will pitch Taya. Summon Self. Summon Token. Sync together. Make Sinister Sovereign. Long Wan deal 1200. Set Imperm. Pass. Phone activate Ultimate Slayer. Sending away a Synchro monster. No response, because Slayer can't be responded to. Get rid of Sinister Sovereign. Summon the Wind Up Kitten, which will attempt to bounce the Berserker. Chishao will chain to negate Wind Up Kitten's effect. Got a Sprite player. Or the one Wind Up player. More likely the Sprite. Player will pitch Ronin Totem to summon Swap Frog. Swap Frog on summon. Effect will be negated by Imperm. Special summon Jet by its own effect. Jet will attempt to add a card. Berserker will chain to destroy Jet. Sorry, banish Jet. But does not stop him from adding Sprite Starter. Activate Sprite Starter. Summon Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue will add Red. Link off Kitten. Sorry, overlay Kitten and Frog. Sprite. Gigantic. Saying words wrong. Gigantic Sprite summon Swap Frog. Swap Frog send away Swap Frog. Special summon Red. Swap Frog and Gigantic Sprite link off for Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf uses effect, summon back Wind Up Kitten. Wind Up Kitten uses effect again. Bounce away the Draco. Ronin Totem will banish Swap Frog, summon Self. Wind Up Kitten and Ronin Totem will make Cat Shark. Sprite Elf and Sprite Blue are going to overlay for Gigantic Sprite. Cat Shark use effect. Double the attack points of Gigantic. Ronin Totem will banish another Swap Frog, summon Self. Move to battle. Gigantic swing over Chishao. Red swing over Monk. Cat Shark go direct. Ronin Totem go direct. Main phase 2, Red and Ronin Totem will link off for Sprite Elf. Ronin Totem will banish another Swap Frog, summon Self. Ronin Totem and Cat Shark are going to link off for IP Masquerena. During the end phase, Gigantic Sprite goes back down to 3200. Sword Soul player draws Called By. Use Ashuna's effect. Sprite Elf will chain to summon Sprite Red. Called By will activate to target Sprite Red. Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion, chaining, Called By. IP Masquerena chaining. Linking all of their monsters off for Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Called By is negated. Sprite Elf will go through and summon Red. Ashina will summon Self. Ashina link off for Monk. Vishuda in the grave, banish Self. Target Appo. Appo use effect, reduce stats to negate. Ashuna in grave, banish Self. Appo again, negate. Move to battle, Monk swing over Appo. Main phase 2, play activate Sword Soul Sacred Summit, summon back Chishao. End turn. This game's not over yet. Sprite player draw for turn. Summon Sprite Blue. Blue effect activate. Chishao banish Monk to negate Blue. Negate but not destroy, so Sprite still has combos they can do. Ren Blue overlay for purple. Nope, Gigantic. Gigantic will detach material, add Sprite, summon Sprite Jet. Sprite Jet adds Sprite Starter. Activate Sprite Starter. Summon Blue. Blue and Jet make Mannequin Cat. Move to battle, Mannequin Cat swing over Monk. Main phase 2. Sprite player lose to time. Unexpected. Yosenju with Floodgates. At least Macro Floodgate, Torrential, and Imperm. Opponent activates Pod Desires, banishing 10. Draw 2. Activate Feather Duster. Maxi in response. Opponent activate Ash Blossom in response. Activate Macrocosmos. Opponent summon Moye, reveal Taya. Moye Chishao, draw 1, add 1. Add 1. Low 1. Pitch Taya, summon self, summon token. Make Cheng Ying. Moye deals 1200. Summon Protoss, swing Chishao, swing Cheng Ying. Oh, it's much faster and much more boring. Salamangreat. Opponent activates Messenger of Peace. Then activates Runic Tip. Never mind, this will be a long one. Runic Tip Resolve, adding Runic Fountain. Banish 1. Activates Runic Fountain. That's 1, activates Card of Demise. That's 2. During the end phase, has to get rid of their Majesty's Fiend. Opponent's turn. Opponent activates Foolish Burial, sending away Foxy. Foxy will pitch Jack Jaguar, summon itself back, get rid of the Runic Fountain. Player summons Spinny. Foxy link off into Balinks. Parallel Exceed chaining. Salamangreat Circle chaining the Parallel Exceed. Circle at Gazelle. Exceed summons self and twin. Oh no, just self. Phalanx add Sanctuary. Now Exceed summon twin. Opponent activates Smiting Storm. Chain Salamangreat Transcendence. Turn Balinks into Balinks. End up making himself lose a card. Gazelle activate because Salamangreat card was sent to the graveyard. Summon self. Gazelle and Spinny are going to link together. Make Update Jammer. I think we all know where this is going. The Parallel Exceeds will make IP Masquerena. Update and Balance make Transcode. Transcode summon back the update. Update, Transcode, and IP all linked together for Access Code. Access Code, gain 3,000 attack points due to Transcode. Opponent target activate Freezing Curses, negating the effect of Access Code. Access Code attempt to banish is negated. How are you able to activate that? Huh. Weird. Messenger of Peace keeps the player from attacking. Runic player draws, has to pay 100 for Messenger of Peace. Sets 1, activate card Demise, draw 3. Activates card Destruction, pitching 2. Draw 2. Activate Runic Golden Droplet. Player gets to draw 1, banish 4, summons a Mono Awato. Mono Awato bounces self. Salamangreat player activates Gazelle's effect. Opponent activates Gozen Match. They choose to keep Dark. Access Code uses its effect. Banishing Balinks to pop Gozen Match. Access Code effect again. Banishing Update Jammer, popping the Messenger. Boom to battle. Access Swing 2300. Runic player. Summon a Mono Awato, activate Runic Tip. Add Runic Flashing Fire. Banish a few. Activate Flashing Fire. Forgetting that Access Code is still protected by IP, so Flashing Fire does not destroy it. A Mono Awato bounce self during the end phase. Salamangreat player draw circle. Set circle, swing Access Code, and pass. Runic player draw. Activate Runic Dispelling, summoning Gary. Jerry add Fountain back. Summon a Mono Awato. Mono Awato bounce. Player activates Silent Mining, pitching Feather Duster, adding Lady Debug. Summon Lady Debug. Debug add Flame Bufferlo. Move to battle, Debug swing over Jerry. Jerry's effect, pop set circle. Access code swing direct. Runic player draw. End turn. Salamander player go to battle, swing access game. I don't think anyone feels better for having been a part of that. We've got Endymion. Player summons Sunseed Twin, activates Rick Glamour, attributing the twins, adding Primula and Princess. Primula will reveal herself, activating her effect, summon self. Princess will summon herself. The two will overlay into Rick Queen Strenna. Strenna will detach one material. Add the Rick Glamour back to hand. Set one and pass. Endymion player turn. Set the scale with Mystical Beast Cerberus. Cerberus will pop. Master Cerberus will pop self. Add Garuda. Set the scale with Garuda. Garuda will pop self and the opponent's set called by. Astrograph Sorcerer will activate because a pendulum card was destroyed. Rika Princess will chain, attributing Strenna to negate the Astrograph. Strenna from being attributed will summon Sacred Tree Beast Hyperiton. Set the scale with Jackal King. Maxi will activate in response. Maxi resolves. Jackal King pops elf. Summon Master Cerberus. Astrograph activate again. Hyperiton will activate it. Hyperiton will attach material to negate Astrograph and destroy it. Player activate Into the Void. Draw one. Activate Into the Void. Draw one. Activate Pod of Desires. Draw two. Activate Terraforming. Add Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Activate Into the Void. Draw one. Set Master Cerberus in the scale. Set Endymion the Mighty Master of Magic in the scale. Use Master Cerberus on Field's effect, detaching spell counters to banish Hyperiton and boost stats. Then Pendulum Summon Endymion the Mighty Master of Magic. Endymion Pendulum card will detach spell counters to summon itself from the Pendulum Zone and destroy a card. Activate Secret Village. Move to battle. Swing with both Endymion, the Endymion Men, and Master Cerberus for game. Endymion Pendulum beats Rika. Not terribly surprised. And considering that's a much more satisfying game to go out on than whatever that slog was that we went through with the Runic player, I'm going to end the video there. If you caught the stream, like you did, Otta, thanks for watching. Catch the replay, thanks for that too. Goodbye.